I did a session with a dog named Cash because, yes, I talk to dogs too. Cash was in spirit, and when I saw his picture, I was like, okay, he is a purebred Doberman. He must be from a breeder. Like, I looked at the picture and I was like, this dog, 99% chance this dog is from a breeder. So when I was talking to him, he said, what did he say? He said, I got into a fight. It was bad. I said, I don't understand. He said, I got into a fight with another dog. He attacked me. I defended myself. This was before my time with them. I was rescued off the streets, the scary streets. I felt very alone out there by myself, but I had to wander before I could be set on my path that led me to them. So every time I do a session, I think everything is going to be wrong. From day one of doing this, every session I do, as I'm hearing the animal, talk, I'm assuming everything will be wrong. It is a horrible mindset to have. It doesn't matter how many emails I get where people are like, oh my God, that was spot on. I can't believe it. I was in shock, blah, blah, blah. No matter how many of those I get, every session I do, I assume everything's going to be wrong. So I looked at Cash and I'm like, this dog must have been from a breeder. So when he told me he was a rescue, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be wrong. So after his dad listened to the session, he emailed me, and one of the things he said was, what he said about how he was living stray on the street and got picked up is indeed what happened, and how he described his life up to that point is exactly what I always imagined was the case. So I was super surprised by that. Another thing that was really interesting, so one of the questions that Cash's dad wanted me to ask him, and I don't look at the questions until a certain point in the session, one of the questions was, when Cash met his grandmother, there seemed to be this instant connection, and he wanted to know he wanted to know it seemed like they were having a conversation. So when I asked Cash about this, he said, I'm just going to read this word for word. He said, we traveled together, like I said. I knew his mom, yes, in many past lives, so I was happy to see her again. Her spirit in this body as his mom. Sometimes the comfortability you have with someone, the instant connection, this is two souls recognizing each other again. When it feels like you knew this person before, it's because you did, at some point, somewhere. So yes, I recognized his mom. I had missed her. She was once my mom too, and I was happy to see her again. I recognized her spirit immediately. She recognized mine too, even if she wasn't aware of it. Yes, I knew my grandma from before, and I will see her again as well. We don't stray far. We travel together. Now, before anybody says anything, I receive messages as words, okay? It's not that animals know English. It's not that they are I'm receiving the messages as words that I hear in my head. So people are always like, animals don't know English, blah, blah, blah. They're being translated in my head. So a lot of animals, in spirit and living, have brought up how souls travel together. There's this core unit of family or something, and they go through lives together. They stay together throughout lives. And so Cash was saying that his soul recognized his grandma's soul because they've been in past lives together. And what I thought was so interesting was how he said that when you meet someone and you have this instant connection, you feel like you've known them, when you meet somebody and you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever. He was basically saying that is your soul recognizing their soul from a past life. Now, I don't know what is true. I don't know. Okay, I would never tell you 100% this is the truth. But it's so interesting to me that he said that, and multiple animals have said that they have a core unit they travel with. I mean, this has come up in many sessions. So, but I thought it was really interesting, that he said, when you recognize somebody and you feel like you've known them forever, it's because you've seen them in a past life. So basically, from doing this, I learn a lot from the animals, and that was something I learned, and I wanted to share it. And yes, I talk to dogs too, and no, I will not DM you for a session. There are fake accounts. They're super annoying. immediately after you follow me or whatever, they will message you and be like, oh, your pet has something they want to tell you. DM me for a session. I have a waiting list. I'm not going to DM you. Please don't fall for them. And that is what I have to say.